So guys, we're gonna be learning how to draw this. So let's go.
Now another solid group B. Let's get yours done. Now place your ruler on a paper as always. From one side, get a longer, line. Now reproduce. Turn the set square to the other side. Get another shorter line, like this. Okay. Now on that longer line, you're going to measure what 11.5. Measure on 11.5. Let me say centimeters. Okay. That's what you need. Then on the other side, the measure is 6 centimeter, like this. Total length is 11.5. Total breadth is 6 centimeters, and total height is also 6 centimeters. Okay, let's go. Now reproduce this height on all 3 points. Okay, these the principal steps. Now all this, they don't need to be repeated. Just make sure any solid you are drawing, just do that. Get the V shape, get the 3 points of measurement, then repeat the straight line on all 3 points before you now commence any other thing. All right, now 6 centimeters. Let's go. We're measuring 6 on this point here, like this. Then repeat this on the other axis as well. This one you measure 6 as well, like this. And then lastly, you measure 6 on these two, and you have all of this. Then use your ruler and connect the dots together. Connect the dots together. This is as easy as ABC. Connecting the dots together, we have this. Then finally, transfer line from this point. From this point, you're going to transfer your line to this new point here. Okay, then you have this one. Then flip your set square the other way. Flip your set square the other way, then slot it to this new point here. This one will cut this, and this is what we have. Okay, now we have the box. Let's start cutting the box. We have the box. We want to cut it. We are taking a 1.2 height from the center. We're measuring what 1.2 in height. So from that, we have this point here. Then next we're going to have to do is we will repeat the measurement to our side here. Slide the set square to that point. We get this line again. Now that's at 1.2 height. Then turn it the other way. Slot it from there to the other side. Get this side at 1.2 height. It's still the same line, but you can see that they are both parallel. Now coming to this place, we are measuring 1.2 centimeters backward. 1.2 centimeters backward, and this is the point you have here on your paper. Okay, now once you have that point, as you can see, let me give you a zoom. You can see the point here now. Once you have that point here, you now repeat the same thing too. But in the case of this one, you're not measuring in 1.2. What you're measuring is a 2 centimeters. Now, on this place, you measure 2. You have that 2. Something is going to happen in this place, and I will show you now. Repeat the same straight line first. First of all, before we get to, just repeat your perpendicular line from this axis here. Okay, I'm going to push my set square up to this point. That's where I measure 2. I get a straight line to go and touch this line here. Then from this one too, that I have my 1.2 centimeters. I'm also going to do the same thing. Pushing it to this point, I have this side. It's going to touch. You can see now. Now I'm going to now join these points together. I was used to see the drawing that has that triangular bend. Now, if you look at it closely, it doesn't have a triangular bend. Okay, and that triangular bend is not the same as this. It's different. That line doesn't obey 30 degrees. All right. Now, I'll tell you why it doesn't obey 30 degrees. Because if you look at it, it's a slanted line. But when you say slanted line, it's slanted on the horizontal axis in such a way that it's not 30 degrees rather, but somewhat outside of 30, maybe like a 25 degrees or a 16 degrees or even a 15 degrees. So it doesn't obey 30 degrees at all. So don't assume that bending line is this one. No, it's the one I'm about to do now. You see this point that is here. That's the point that you measure 1.2 and the point that you measured as 2. Join this first one, this one here, and this one here together with a ruler. Don't use set square. Set square is not going to work for you. You will confuse yourself. Just use a ruler and do it. Join the 2 points like this with your ruler. Make sure the line is a thick one. So join with your ruler like this. Now this is what you have. You can see the line is totally different from what 30. This is our 30 degrees line. Now this is the new line we just drew. It is outside of 30 entirely, so it's not needed. Now the next thing you will do is the point that comes from the intersection of this straight line and this one. This is the point here, and then another point that comes from the intersection of this straight line and this one. This is the point here. You can see that. Now that's another one you are going to have to join together. Joining that together, this is what you have. Another thick line. Now this line and this line will be parallel, but this line and this one will not be parallel. So you can see that we don't need it anymore. Now since we don't need these thin lines anymore, we are going to use our eraser and clean them off. Now cleaning that off the paper, this is what we have here. You can see that now. So when we're looking at this, our circle is going to start from this place, but we are not there yet. Okay. This line, which is a 6. So just push your ruler a bit to the top. Set your set square to calibrate with the back line here. Then pull it backwards to meet with the one you've created before. There was a straight line you created before that was at 1.2. I told you to raise it up to the top. So just draw that line, let it meet, slanting with this one. Then repeat this line again, just thicken this one a bit. So it will be visible, as you can see. Then with your set square and a perpendicular line, draw a line coming down like this. Line is going to have to come down. Then with this side, turn your set square over to this other side, then thicken out this line at 30 degrees. You see, this is what you have. You are not done yet. Also this part too, taking it out, this is what you have. Now you can see we've successfully cut we've cut the box again, just like the way we did for the group A's assignment. So we'll do it for this one too. Repeat this down. You can see this, I think. Then there's also this side too, thicken it as well down. Now if you look at it closely, this line, there's a part of the line that is at 30 degrees to the horizontal. So that's one we are taking in here, and this is it, like this. So you've gotten the base of the solid. If you're able to do it this way, you've gotten at least the base of the solid. So we're not done yet. Take your set square now. Using this top line here, there's a line that comes all the way from the top like this. Although we'll still clean it, but not let. We still need it for something. Using this top line here, like this now, slot it to this point. Push your set square to touch to meet it at at this point here. Then slide your set square to that point. Then get a line at 30 degrees from that point. Now you can see that. Then we don't have any purpose for this line anymore. So we are going to have to clean it. Okay. Now cleaning this off. We clean this other side too. Clean it off as well. Then lastly, this one too. We don't need them anymore. Okay. And now this is what we have here. Now on this line, this new one you just propagated, you are going to measure what is called 5 centimeters on it. That's what we want to use to get our square and our isocircle. 5 centimeters. Measured 5 centimeters. Project at the given height, perpendicular please. Now slot your set square to that point there. Get the height of the cube like this. Now on that height you are measuring a 2.3. At least that's what the dimension said. You're measuring 2.3 centimeters. And this is 2.3 centimeters at this point. Then all you do is transfer this line to the new point and get another line parallel to the baseline you aim to transfer. Okay, slot this forward to the new point there. Get another line parallel to it. Now this is the height of the given solid, and then a semicircle will rest on top of it like this. So that's what we want to construct on it. So before we do that, add another extra 2.5. That's the height from that point upwards, 2.5. So this is 2.5. Now I haven't gotten 2.5. Repeat the same thing again. Transfer the line. Don't always forget. Find this line now. We have shift our set square to that place you measured the 2.5. Then transfer the line to touch this straight line, and this is what you have, a fancy given kind of box, but it's just a square first for now. The box will come later when you are dealing with the circle at the back. So just push the set square to that point, get a line slant enough to meet this point here, as you can see. Okay, now if you look at it, when you want to get your semicircle, you don't need to stress in drawing the full circle. All you need to do is, since this is 50, take half of it. That's what, 2.5. That's 2.5 centimeters. Take half. Then using your set square now, project the perpendicular straight line on that half point you've measured. That was a 2.5. Get a line straight to cut your circle in half. But one thing you should know is that if you look at this is a 4.8 and not a 5. You measured 5 here, but this is from here to here is 2.5, and again from here to here is what? Not 2.5, it's 2.3. Okay, 2.3, and because it's 2.3, it's not going to be complete. If you add 2.3 plus 2.5, you're having a 4.8. So you need a 0.2 to complete the square. So what you're going to do is you reconstruct a 0.2 from the point here to the base, somewhere around here. So put your ruler at that point. Make sure you mark out the 0.2 from this particular point here. Mark out the 0.2 extra down on your base here, and you have something like this. Then once you want to transfer line to that point, make sure it's a broken line. So because you are trying to tell the person that it's not part of the drawing, it's something you still clean off later. So make sure it's just a thin broken line, just dashes repeatedly, all right, till you get to the point at the base. Now is that dashes that is your primary target. Since the dashes are your primary target, when you want to draw your longest diagonal, don't stress yourself, just place your ruler from the center point here like this. You can see it. This is the center point here. Then extend to touch this axis here. That's all you need. Then when you are drawing your short diagonal, join this point to this point, not this one. I told you this to here is 2.3, but you need a 2.5, so it's the 0.2 line you've constructed extra that will be your point of reference. So joining that with our ruler, this is all we have. Okay, so it's not going to touch this point, but the one here. Now if you want to use your compass now to get the circle, once you place your compass at this point here like this, see where I place it. I did not place it here. Okay, this is wrong. You won't get the circle accurately. Place it here. Then extend your compass to meet this point here like this. Then get a curve. You will get a curve that is going to touch this. If you've reached up to this point, all you just have to do is place your compass at that dotted line. Remember, I told you the dash is not the straight one. That 0.2 line you've created, that dashed line. Place your compass there, extend to the top point here, get a curve in the opposite direction like this. Alright, and if you've been able to do that, remove it from there, reduce your compass, place it at the point of intersection between this diagonal and this diagonal. Just place it at that intersection there. Then shrink your compass to the point on the top again where you started to draw the other curve. This point here, shrink it there. Then you draw your other curve to touch this other line, and that's how you get the front curve for the circle you are seeing there. Now to get the back, place your ruler on your paper, then slot it backwards now to this axis here. Slot it backwards to the axis. With your pencil, you are going to draw a diagonal line from this point. From this point here, draw it all the way back. Not just there. Repeat for this for the center point too. You will need it as well. Draw from there towards the back. Then lastly, this top point here. Keep pushing it. Draw from there towards the back. Then you come to the base of your 0.2, not the line. I told you you are working with the 0.2, not the line. So from 0.2, draw your dashes towards the back as well. Then come to this point here, this point of intersection between the two diagonals. Also trace that too. Trace that too towards the back. The reason why you are doing this is because you want to mirror your drawing. Okay, so measuring the 2 centimeter, you push your ruler to the intersection between the straight line and the other point, then get the line to cut all of them like this, where you have a square. Okay, then from there you would have a straight, you can have your perpendicular line too from this point to get another center line, just like the other one before. You have this point, get this side too, you can see that now. Then you can transfer the center point from here to meet this line. Center point is going to be like this. From here, it's going to touch this line. This is where your second long diagonal is going to start from, and this is where it's going to meet. So with your ruler, just drawing the 2 points together like that, like this. This is another longest diagonal. Now if this is another longest diagonal, since this and this intersect, this is where the projection point from this and this will intersect. You can see that now. So the next thing I need to do is on this line, this dotted line, I'm going to measure 2 centimeter from the reference point. And when my 2 centimeter ends, I will pick my point, and this is it, such that when I place my compass at that point now, then I will extend it to touch, not here again. You know, before when we wanted to extend it to touch this point, we used this place. Okay, so we are going to use this one and extend it to touch this point at the back here, like you are doing another repetition of the circle again. So placing it at that point, see it, placing it at the point here, you have another curve coming down like this. Okay, you have another curve coming down like this. You can see the curve and the curve here is parallel. Now, apart from that, reduce the compass. Again. Let's go and get another curve that will come from here to here to be parallel. Reduce the compass, place it at this point here. You can see they are parallel. This is the one we placed it at to get this side. Now we'll place it here to get the other one at the back. So reducing the compass to touch this point, we will have another curve that is coming, another curve that is coming from there to meet the diagonal. Please don't go beyond it. Once it touches that diagonal, just stop there. There's a reason why, okay? Please, once it gets to the diagonal, stop there. Then after that, you would use your pencil and join from the diagonal here to the diagonal here with your ruler, and it's going to give you somewhat like a straight line, but it's a curve. This is what you have. Okay, then the other side that you don't finish, just use your ruler and your straight line, then join everything together like this, and this is what you have, and you are done with the isometric curve. Then you now deliberate on how you want to get the isometric circle at the center.
Thank you for watching. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you have a drawing you want me to teach you how to do, make sure to drop it in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video.